Okay, so dear Dhamma practitioners, this is our ongoing meditation session. And be comfortable yourself and relax your body. So once we get connected with our other students, we're ready to start the session for today. Okay, so dear Dhamma practitioners, be comfortable yourself and relax your body. And keep your back straight, neck head straight in one line and your right palm on your left. So gently close your eyes and bring your attention to this bell sound. And while you're focusing to the sound, mentally relax your body, relax your mind, and relax your breathing with your thoughts. So do nothing extra. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the Blessed One, the Exalted One, the fully enlightened One. Okay, so dear Dhamma practitioners, in this ongoing meditation sessions, we are trying to give some basic informations to practice yourself and understand how this mental practice work, and at the same time to deeply understand the very mechanism of the mind and body and the world. So it is very important to know the mechanism of the mind rather than the outside world. That doesn't mean the outside world not important. It also important, but basically the major part that we have to understand is our mind. But understanding mind, we can't use just the thoughts and the names and the forms that we already have. So that is what we call the knowledge. So when it comes to samsara, the very nature of the samsara, developing the knowledge. Why the knowledge develop? As ordinary people, we are follow the knowledge, informations. So if you follow the informations, if you follow the knowledge, you can't find the very bottom line, or you can't find the very cause and effect. You can't find the reasons of this beginning of, especially when it comes to the suffering. Because the name and forms come out of the ideas, and the ideas mostly based with the greed, hatred, and the delusion. So then just imagine if you follow that ideas, what will happen? There is no any mechanism that you can transform any kind of greed, hatred, or the delusion to, using that information, you can't generate any kind of wisdom. Out of the greed, you will generate the greed. Out of the ignorance, somehow you will generate the ignorance. That is the very nature. So then the samsara means ourselves, we are looking informations, go behind information, and even by the time, we are adding some kind of our own thoughts also. So that is where we get tangled. So then the meditation means one thing is, you are developing a method not to follow information, but to withdraw from it and let's allow your mind to settle down. So that is the tranquility part of the meditation. So when it comes to mind, we have a nature that most always we are kind of like try to find the excitement. That is what trigger our all the desires. So when it comes to eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, this all perception. When something perceived, what happened? There are certain thoughts arise. So with that thoughts, what happened? We generate certain kind of names and forms. And that names and forms deeply has kind of like an intention or the desire. But in day-to-day life, we don't see that. When the sound come out of that, we without knowingly, we just think about it. When something come to our eyes, we just think about it. So like that 24/7, always what happens? We are interfering with the perception, and inside us, we are generating names and forms out of that context. When the names and forms generate, then it creates some kind of energy inside us to push and pull our past and the future. So living life, most of time people doing this mechanism. Depending on the past and the future, dreaming, imagination, visualizing, build up thoughts. Again and again, again and again, again and again. So to build up that thoughts, knowingly or unknowingly, you bring certain kind of your habitual patterns, that what you know already. So that what you know already also has some kind of confusion and has had some kind of unbalance. That's why you try to look something else. Because if you know, whatever you know, if it is very clear, there is no effort to look for something. There is no effort to get excited out of something. So just imagine with the life most of time means getting excited. But how many times we had that moment of excitement, but what happened later? Once it go, then again another disappointment arises. So then wherever we go, whatever we do, that's going to be like a circle. There is no end. So then when something happens, in that very moment, inside your mind, if you are capable to observe it, know it, be aware about it, but not to think about it again and again and again, or not allow any names or forms generate out of that experience. So that is where your mind going to experience some kind of peace, calmness, tranquility state. But that calmness sometimes we don't see in day-to-day life. Happiness or the calmness or the tranquility state, we always look through something outside, and we are always try to engage with something. So when we engage with something, what happens? There is a contact going to happen. So out of that contact, then something else arises. So inside us, the feelings arise. And out of that, what happens? Comparison. Good or bad, pleasant, unpleasant, right, wrong. This all going to be there. So once the comparison is there, you miss the point. So because the very nature of the mind, one of the ignorance is we can't recognize the right things as right, wrong things as wrong. So here, it is not about this outside, the label that we put as right or wrong. It is about how it's going to be profitable to us or unprofitable to us. Be very clear about it. Because that whatever outside world people think about or right or wrong, it always depends according to the situation. There is no such a permanent thing called right or wrong in the conventional world, that what we believe or what we follow. Even when it comes to the law and order, so what is right and wrong, sometimes it is going to be difficult to understand. If you kill somebody, it is wrong. But how about the president declare a war and then the soldiers go and kill 100 people, they become heroes. So like that. But when it comes to deeply to yourself, to be profitable or unprofitable, with your moment of experience, you have to have the intention. So the intention is kind of like a conscious interference. So once you have the conscious interference to the moment of the perception or the feelings, so that is where you are responsible for that what you experience. So that experience take you to develop actions. So that action generate reactions and result, which we call the karma. And then other thing is, there are certain things, there are certain actions we hold as me. I did it, I am. And at the same time, there are certain actions, even though we do, we try to reject it. No, it is not me. It happened because of this, that, like that. We try to push towards somebody. And the both happens out of the self-centered mind. The epicenter of the both are I am. So then, always remember yourself, this comparison, these divisions, when it comes to a moment, these divisions create the world, coloring the mind. That is the very nature of the names and forms. When a sound comes, and out of the sound, you generate thoughts. That thoughts is kind of like can make you happy or unhappy, sad, worried, disappointed. So just imagine that voice. It is invisible, but that voice, once you hear, if it is a good feeling, you become happy. And out of that happiness, maybe you laugh and your face going to become red and look kind of like beautiful. So what you heard, if it is a sad, so that sadness is out of your according to your experience and according to your maturity, it's going to be different. So then then you add thoughts, and according to that, what happens? That what you heard can generate tears. You cry. Your face become so bad, look ugly. See that the sound, it affect for you in a certain way, and it has an ability to look at the sound. We can't see it, but it is a physical thing. It is a material thing. So that's why it has an ability to affect for the material. It has power to change the material. How? Because when the sound comes, it has power to generate the names and forms. So whatever the pictures, the feelings, not the feelings itself happening on our skin. And out of that feelings, what happened? We are the one who generate certain kind of names and forms. So the baseline is, when it comes to your moment of experience, it all happened according to your past memory most of time. So that is why you bringing all your past experience to generate names and forms related to the present moment. So just then imagine again and again, when you generate this, it's kind of like you are weaving huge web. So your mind means your life means you are living in a huge web. You are weaving, you are creating this web every day. This is what called my life. And then you are related to many, many things and attached to many, many things. And then you bringing hold around the things towards you also. So then it is just not only you weaving regarding your experience, you are bringing other physical, material things to your web, and they also that also become part of your web. Then just imagine it go everywhere. That is where your consciousness creating this invisible world. And in that invisible world, your desires take you wherever you want, and sometimes we have no idea where we go. But when it comes to meditation, the very basic principle you have to do, for a moment, you have to just settle down without interfering with the names and forms. Let the sound to come as sound. It will go away. So whatever you see, don't interfere with your consciousness, don't generate any names or form out of it. Then whatever you saw, it will go away. So whatever the feelings arise, don't interfere with your conscious effort. So then it will go away. So guarding your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, observing this without grasping, clinging, holding, that whatever the perception, and without developing any kind of names and forms out of that experience, if you can stay for a moment, that tranquility state, that calmness, going to become very sustainable, and at the same time it's going to bring you different kind of experience. Because from childhood to today, we are always interfere with things in this outside world related to our feelings. We are looking for feelings, we are maintaining feelings, we are guarding feelings, we are creating feelings, we are generating feelings, we become biased to feelings, we are slaves to feelings, we are beggars to feelings. So we all depend, we are depending on feelings, we are responding to feelings. That is what our life. And then you are keeping, developing, guarding, protecting, making that feelings is strong. You think you having life. But the feelings, that what you believe as yours is not yours. The feelings arise according to necessary cause and conditions, and it will go away by the time when the necessary cause and conditions not there, that feelings not going to be there. But the problem is, once the feelings arise, out of that feelings, what the names or the forms we generate, it going to become your memory. Not the feelings. You can't hold the feelings. But once you create names or forms, what happens? It's going to be there because it becomes part of your consciousness. So that is the key point you have to understand then. In day-to-day life, whatever happens, how many things you allow to be there as it is, or how many things you are taking to inside and generate names and forms. And out of that names and forms, sometimes we hold this all the comparison and grasping, clinging desires. So why it happened this way? Basically, the very reason is the ignorance, and out of the ignorance, we have the desire, lust. But at the same time, the very core reason is we hold this experience around us and we build up self, I am. So according to the Buddha's teaching, the life arises as a result of karma. That is the very fundamental co-foundation from our previous life to this life. When we die, we born like this because of karma. Karma is the one who giving them the strength to move forward. So that's why you have to eliminate the karma. So if the life generated by the karma, it cannot be permanent, because the karma is not a kind of like a permanent thing. Karma always change. There are certain karmas, by the time it's not going to become powerful. It's like the electricity. Just imagine the one single wire can take certain amount of distance, the electricity. Then what will happen? It become powerless. The electricity, the power drop. The single wire cannot take all the way, like many, many miles. So that's why you build up a transformer on the way. So then you bring certain amount before the power drop. By the transformer, it develop and take to the next transformer. So even taking the water the same. You can't take the water through one tunnel. Then by the time what happened, the pressure going to drop down. So then again and again, you have to have something to push and generate the water. Otherwise, the current or the electricity go down. So like that, the karma, certain karmas can drop down within few minutes, within few seconds, few days. There are certain karmas, somehow in this very lifetime, before you die, it will drop down. There are certain karmas will come behind you, and maybe next life it's going to go down. There are only few karmas going to go there with you and tackle you somehow and going to come back to you and give the result. But the thing is, then why people used to believe the eternal self or unchangeable, kind of like this soul? Because the people used to believe this unchangeable, this eternal soul, or the God or the creator create our life. We are part of it. If something is immortal, and when we become part of it, we also become immortal. So that is what people used to believe. But what the Buddha did, through the meditation, start to find out, and reverse, went back again and again, little by little, to see how this happens. Why I am here like this, went back, and then so it's all cause and effect. It's all our intention. And out of the intention, we generate certain kind of actions, that action responsible for the reactions. That is what we call the karma. And again and again, we develop that path. So we are here today because of our own decisions, our own karma, our own intention. So then, if you want to change this, if you are not happy where you are, you have to remember, no one else responsible for that. You are responsible for that. You are the captain of this ship. So you are the one who waving this word like this. Where? Inside your mind. Just not only inside your mind, that is the important part. With the perception, you need the help of the perception. That is where this outside world going to be interfere. So when the perception arises, that your intention come with it and create names and forms and generate something. This is what you need to stop. So then to stop that, the very first thing then, when whatever the perception come, one thing you have to remember to see it is changeable. It is change. And then other thing is whatever come from inside, just see your form, feeling, perception, volition, recognition also change. So then just know basically this your consciousness change and the perception change. Out of this both, so whatever you generate the names or forms, it also change. In that very moment, you are not conditioning your names and forms as yours. That is a breakthrough that you go through this all the grasping, clinging nature and recognizing the dharma or this change. So once you know that, this mechanism will happen, but still you are not going to hold it as you. So then always remember, if you can guard with your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, these all 6 faculties, when something happens, guarding not with the outside, guarding inside. When something happens, that means when something experience, when the feelings arise, don't keep thinking over it again and again, over and over. Don't keep thinking about it. Whatever happened, let it happen, move forward. Always try to free your mind from generating these names and forms. Allow things to settle down and experience yourself that calmness, tranquility state inside your mind. So then you will see you are itself has the ability to recognize this nature, and your mind itself is very clear. But when you generate the names and forms, that is where this all the mess going to happen. So the gold itself, no need to brush, clean. The gold has its own value. Its gold is gold. The gold itself never going to claim, please, please, please clean me, shine me. The gold don't want that. The trees never want any kind of trimming. The tree itself happy about it, but we are the one who think, cut this branch like that. But the tree itself, it will grow as much as it can. Cloud doesn't have any pattern. It don't care about the pattern. But look at sometimes when people see the cloud, it is something as kind of like a, circle. Oh, people, oh, look at that. Oh, it's something like. If it is like a human, or if it is like a hand, or people go crazy. And then sometimes people record it, go live and go viral. But the cloud itself don't care about it. So there was a prince. Father was a little bit old now. He was ready to overtake the kingdom. And one day there was a carnival, huge festival. All the country people came to one place. Big crowd. So the prince went to enjoy the carnival and looking and how the people, oh, I'm going to be the king next. And then what happened by the time? Even the people recognize him, respect him. But he got lost in the middle of the crowd. He couldn't find the way back. And now he is sweating and kind of like a fear, anxiety, and he's all the thoughts attacking him. Something will happen to me, kind of like. Even he can't ask the way back because It's a shame to him. So now this all the shame, jealousy, anger, fear, this everything attacking him. But he forget he's the prince of the kingdom. So how the prince or the next king can get lost its own kingdom? What is the meaning of that lost? Because it's his kingdom. He cannot, there's no place to lost. How you can get lost inside your house? It's your house. It's your home. Your home means that's the place. Wherever you are at home, where it is a living room, it is a bathroom, kitchen, and bedroom, anywhere. It's your house. It's even the garage, storage, closet, anywhere. It's okay for you. Why? Because it's your home. So, why this prince got afraid when he got lost? Because his mind start to generate this all and start to create and make himself dark. So see, even he is its own kingdom. Once the mind generate these names and form can go dark and you lost everything. So that's why even inside your home, you can go dark once the mind go unbalanced. So that's why as human beings, your true nature is awareness, consciousness. It's always somewhere else, but the problem is now you can't find where it is. Why? Because there are a lot of things you want to hold, you want to create, you want to make. So kind of like that. So meditation means withdrawing from that all, settling down yourself, same like the gold, completely 100% satisfied with the gold, the tree itself 100% satisfied, this cloud itself 100% satisfied, drop of water itself 100% satisfied. Be a king or the queen, that wherever you are in your own kingdom, you are satisfied wherever. You are comfortable. Be a person at home, any place at home yourself, you are comfortable. So then when you close your eyes, when you withdraw the desires from your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, these 6 faculties, you are comfortable yourself. That is where you find the ultimate peace, ultimate kind of like a tranquility state. From there, you go deeper into the vipassana level. But the very first level, try to develop that tranquility state. Make it more solid. From there, then you can go deeper into vipassana level. So with that, let's get into practice a little bit now. So your right palm on your left and neck head straight in one line and be comfortable with your posture. So bring your attention to your body and scan head to toes yourself and say so patveva, or may I be well and happy 3 times. Take a moment and think. We gathered here in this moment to practice this ancient meditation technique. All the Buddhas, all the enlightened masters followed this path and achieved wisdom. So we also gathered here to accumulate that knowledge. In this moment with this sitting, may my body become more comfortable. May my breath be more smooth. May no difficulties come to me. May all the success come to me. Also think for a moment, this is the last moment we're spending in this very lifetime, and detach your mind from all your past memories and as well as any kind of future thoughts. Just try to remain in the present moment, observing the sensation of your inhalation and exhalation. Just be aware about it. Do nothing extra. Bring your attention to your body, please. Observe your posture. We cultivate loving kindness and compassion in our heart and radiate it as a light through entire your compound, village, city, state, country, world, around this universe. Also as far as you can through galaxies, other planets, stars. Reminding yourself like this. With clear intention, mentally repeat after me. May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. May everyone be happy and safe. And may their hearts be filled with joy. May all living beings live in security and in peace. Beings who are frail or strong, tall or short, big or small, visible or not visible, near or far away. Already born or yet to be born. May all of them dwell in perfect tranquility. Let no one do harm to anyone. Let no one put the life of anyone in danger. Let no one out of anger or ill will wish anyone any harm. Expand the loving kindness and compassion beginning from your heart. Forward. Visualize yourself and send it as a light. Your backside. Your left side. And to your right side. Downward. And upward. To all six directions at once. Like the moon, the sun, spread the light, spread the energy, without any condition, without any limitation, without any resistance or without any judgment. Let your heart to shine with the loving kindness and compassion from the bottom of it, with the maximum effort to the highest, wishing yourself, may all living beings in this universe be well and happy. Hey, sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So first of all, we offer this practice to the great qualities of the Buddha, Dhamma, and the Sangha. Also, by the power of this meritorious deed, may all of us attain to the supreme bliss of Nibbana. May all your guardian angels and deities will receive these merits and increase their longevity and protect all of you from any kind of planetary influences or any ill effects. Ittavata cha ammi sampadam punya sampadam sabbe deva numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe bhuta numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe satta numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya Imaya Dhamma Nudhamma Patipattiya Buddhang Pujemi Dhammang Pujemi Sanghang Pujemi Attaya Imaya Patipattiya Jati Jara Vyadi Maranam Ha Paribunjissami Idamme Punya Kammang Asavakkaya Vang Hotu Sabba Dukkha Pamunchatu. Bless you.